Hey! So, welcome back to Sister Signs and Book Spines. I might not look at you as much because I'm holding my phone opposite direction. Usually I have the camera over here, but I'm right-handed and I'm not sitting down, so I wanted to hold it in my right hand so you guys aren't that the whole time. Since it's September 1st, that means it is start of spooky season. I've already got things from Dollar Tree, but I got these tinsel trees on my living room bookshelf setup, and I thought it could be a fun little thing for you to decorate them with me. So here's just a little decorating the small book area. So here we go. So I did get ornaments, the Halloween ornaments too. This is the only one with black. They didn't have all black when I bought these. And then when I went back, they did, but I was just like, I'll just use these sparingly. Oh, you're still sagging. I don't like that. Okay. So I'll get these all set up and then start putting them on this bad boy, and then we'll switch to the other one. It is sparse, but I think I kind of like it that way, but we'll see. Okay, so since I decorated these shelves yesterday, still looking wrong, well, decorated just the trees. I wanted to explain the difference between these in my living room and the master library, the actual library downstairs. So let me hit the button. Okay, so this is my reading and to be read shelf. So where's my finger? There it is. These ones right here are all books I'm in the middle of or previously owned and plan to read. These up here are all ones I bought in the last, 3 months, thereabout. This little shelf over here with my Bubba. Hi, Bubby. Those are ones I've all recently finished. And then down here, I decided to put my Dollar Tree books that I'm reading. One of them I am reading right now, about halfway through. But that's what this little setup is. Otherwise, I get a little overwhelmed and end up with choices. Pull that away from my face. And this just makes it a little easier, and I already have the ones set aside that I'm currently reading. One of the books on my shelves is, what's it called? The Origins of the American Constitution. So I got really into some political writings and books and bought like old used textbooks during the impeachment hearing of Trump. So I started reading the Constitution because that was brought up so much. And I mean, unsurprisingly, a mass majority don't have a full understanding, and I'm not even halfway through that book with what the forefathers kind of set up. But that one I have been reading now for 2 years. It is not an easy read, but it's interesting, and my husband laughs at me because I take notes when I read it. But that might be one that I eventually just kind of kick off the shelf and replace. That's more when I'm eager to learn. But for October, you guys are going to help me pick the spooky books I want to read, and we'll bring them up here and put away the old ones, at which point I can go over my recently read. But for right now, September is being taken over by my Dollar Tree reading and the Trevor Project Read 20 Minutes a Day, which I tend to read more than 20 minutes, but I'm only logging it as 20 minutes because I'm just trying to hit the minimum there. But yeah, that's this shelf, and maybe some other time we'll go over the other one, but just wanted to fill you in with that. Waiting for that to boil. Gonna use this mug. Can you even see me? I think so. Okay. Hi. Gonna brew the tea in this mug as it gets loud. And then I'm gonna use my new mug as a late birthday present. Gilmore Girls. And I'm gonna make it a milk tea. Hi, Devin. What's up, Bubba? I'm just making a tea. Let's see. Have I tried them all? Chocolate chip. I thought I had another one. Oh, it's this one. The pie. That's what I do. Red velvet. I'll get you in it. Hang on. Right? That's more than hot enough, right? Yeah, that's more than warm enough. See if I can get you guys a good little... Oh, it's already spilling. There you go. Making it strong. Let's see. Bobbin. There he is. There he is. Bobbin, sit. Oh, good job. Paw. Good job. High five. Good job. I got it all heated up. I frothed it a few times. Froth it a little more. It'd be better if it was steamed milk, but you know. This bad boy looking pretty good. Can I see? It's bloomed pretty well. Sorry. It's bloomed pretty well. I just lay it in there. It's supposed to take 4 minutes to brew. But I'm not feeling patient because my milk is done. My milk's going to be cold by the time that is ready. I do need a place to set that though. Okay, hang on. Let's see if I can make it. Ooh, right at the top. Oh, I can see some of the red go. Fun! Hot. Welcome back to Sister Signs and Book Spines. So for my video this week, it's kind of just like a reading vlog, but I wanted to go over books I read in August and a little bit before, so I can clear out this bookshelf. I may not have a September reading review since I'm trying to do the Dollar Tree books in that, and I'm going to review those in their own video. But we'll see, because I've been doing audiobooks too. I did have to write down my books and their ratings on Goodreads, but I do consider listening to audiobooks, reading the books. I know it's not quite the same, but it's still consumption, so I fully support audiobooks, especially on ones that, I don't know, maybe would be a little bit slow to read, because one of the audiobooks I listened to, I absolutely hated and thought about not finishing more of the series, but I love the rest of the series so far, so I'm waiting on one of those books to release. I'll go with the books here behind me first, so one moment. And like I said, I did have to, because it's been a while since I read some of these, I did have to look at how I rated them on Goodreads. Ooh, excuse me, scooching back. Okay, so I grabbed them out of order. It doesn't matter. So you can see I still have my McKay sticker on here, but this is Jekyll and Hyde with other stories, but all I read in this was Jekyll and Hyde. That's why there's the little mark. That's where it ended. I think, what did I give this one? Sorry, Jekyll and Hyde. I gave it 3 stars, which is mid. It was good. It was a little hard to read because it's like that older writing style, but it was fine. Maybe I would have liked reading it better had I not watched the silent film forever ago, but I did end up reading it. It was fine. This is one I bookmarked. I think this took me a year and a half, 2 years to finish. I just kind of fell off my reading and then got back into it. I have ebbs and flows like that. So 3 stars. It's a classic. It was really just in the modern era. We already see so many Jekyll and Hyde examples that maybe it's not as riveting as it would have been if I had first read it. I feel like that's the same way for Dorian Gray. Picture of Dorian Gray. That one was overrated in my opinion, and so many people love it, but I'm like, maybe it's just because I already knew the story that it kind of ruined it. But yeah. The Last Line, I'll Write About You, which is a collection of poems. I'm pretty sure I gave this 2 stars as well. I need to check off as I go so I don't keep looking at the same one. Jekyll and Hyde. Yeah, last time, 2 stars. This felt like high school pining poems. It didn't feel like deep to me. It was subpar. Some of the poems were good. I enjoyed them. Did I really just get pinned on this? Dang it. Oh well. It left me wanting more. Like, it didn't satiate the love poems in me after reading our friend's book, The Chaos. Love, Chaos, The Chaos of Love. Now I can't remember off the top of my head. But that book was really good, and like I felt in that. And this one, it just made me think of my high school breakups. It was petty in some places, just not something I really, really enjoyed. I might go back through it and find poems that I did like and mark those, but overall, just not for me. Secret History by Donna Tartt. This book I gave 4 stars. It would have been 5 stars if I didn't know 3 of like the plot twist. No, 2 of the plot twists. Kind of ruined it. Like, I knew the whole premise of this first twist and how it was kind of discovered and how they overcame that with the second twist. So like that's 2/3 of the book that I already knew was gonna happen. And then the third one just took me by complete surprise. And I know I'm being cryptic, but this is such a good book. I don't want to risk ruining it for someone else. Because like I said, I gave it 4 stars, but it was kind of disappointing in that I knew what was happening. Like, I knew the whole time when it was cryptic here and you shouldn't know. I knew exactly what happened. And then I knew what the result of that knowing would end up in. And so it ruined the book a little bit for me. It would have been 5 stars. Like, people will say they wish they could read this again for the first time. I'm like, well, I wish I could have read it without knowing the spoilers that just happened when I'm watching reviews of books. Because this was This was a dark academia book. I got really into dark academia, so that's why I have like Circe, The Maidens, things like that. I do enjoy that type of book. This one would have been so much better if I just didn't know what was happening. So, 4 stars. Just be careful when you look up ratings and reading lists that have spoilers and they don't tell you. Like, it was talked about so much, I really just figured it wasn't that big of a spoiler, but literally destroyed 2/3 of the book for me. Like, it was still a good read. Even knowing what was happening, I enjoyed it. I just wish I would have been shocked by those revelations, that's all. I just wanted to enjoy it like first-time reader. So that was 4 stars. Excuse me. Like I said, I'm not feeling well, so I'm a little phlegmy and I apologize. Everybody take a drink. Stay hydrated. Okay. The Sun Also Rises. I gave it 4 stars. This, I think it took me more than 2 years to read this book. Good book. It was written a long time ago, and this is an early publishing of it. Copyright 1926, copyright renewal 1954. So this is one that was published on the renewal, if I understand correctly, which means there is a chapter in here. I only recall it being in one chapter. It could have been two. I can't remember the length of the chapters right now. But there is a chapter in here that uses the N-word to describe a boxer. It's not meant in a negative way. It's literally just that's how they use the word. But even still, I did get uncomfortable reading that. They use Jew as a slur and talk about how Jewish someone is. Also made me uncomfortable, but just kept in mind that that's the time era it was written in. Doesn't make it okay. Not at all. But I just kind of I pushed through. Overall, the book is good. I enjoyed it. 4 stars, like I said. Just interesting, to say the least. I'm sure most people know about it. I mean, it's a Hemingway. It's a classic. Okay, so from there, we're going to do Gathering Blue. I think I read this in 3 days. I could have read it in 2, but it was 3 days. Now, I'm a dum-dum, and I didn't put together that this was the sequel to The Giver. I've never read The Giver. I had it read to me in 5th grade, and I remember, like, weird abstract details from it, but I don't remember big plot points overall. So, well, like I do, but not enough. So now I have on this shelf with the elephant, The Giver and The Messenger to read since I already read this. I did give this one 4 stars. Since I read it so fast, like at first I was like, I don't think this is too interesting. Overall, maybe it's not an interesting story, but it's written well. Like I was fine with putting it down, but I also wanted to keep reading it. So I think this one was really good. Love it, honestly. Would possibly read that again given after I finish The Giver. But it was just, there were parts in this that were heartwarming and just made me smile or actually laugh out loud. A very sweet writing. I'm sorry, give me one moment. Okay, sorry about that. Like I said, I'm not feeling well, so I'm a little gross. Alright, and last of my physical books, let me mark it off, is City of Heavenly Fire by Cassandra Clare. It's part of the Mortal Instruments. It's the last book, book 6. This one took me 4-5 years. Not because it's bad. I read up to the first chapter. I'd read the prologue. And I just had to bookmark it because I'd powered through the rest of the series. And this is the last book. And I'm pretty sure it's the biggest book out of them. And I've just... Too much of a good thing can be a bad thing. I needed a break. I was sad to think of all my characters leaving. And not having them to go back to. So, I put it off. And I tried to make this read last me a while. I wanted to savor it. I didn't want to rush through it as much as maybe I would have wanted to. At the end, though, I did. I did spend like 3 or 4 hours finishing. Because the author completely broke my heart. Just shattered it. And it made me cry. Just thinking about it makes me want to cry, honestly. It was awful. And I sent a picture to Shania and told her that the author ruined the book for me. I'll try and insert it here. Picture of me just sobbing, telling Shania that I'm mad. But in the end, she redeemed herself slightly. It's not the ending I necessarily wanted. It was a good ending, though. It was great. I just wanted everyone to have the complete happy ending. But it's still a happy ending. is still good. I love it. This might end up being a series I do revisit. The character development was amazing, even just in the book alone. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Like you said, 5 stars. I don't know if I rated the rest of them 5 stars. Probably not. But this was magnifique. Très magnifique. And, I'm sad that it's over. So I added her other series to my list to read, to purchase and read, because I do love these so much. Those are all my physical copies. So I'm going to leave this book down here so I can mark on it and go through my books. What are those called? Audiobooks. I feel like I'm going to sneeze. Someone say pineapple. Thank you. Okay. So, audio-wise, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I listened to 5 books. They're all about 8 hours, and I work about 8 hours a day, so I can realistically listen to a full audiobook while I'm at work. I've done that before. But I have conference calls and things, so I usually have to take breaks. Anyway, the series is the Creepy Hollow series by Rachel. I can't remember her last name right now. I'm pretty sure it starts with an M. I am now on, well, if I've read 5, I'm on book 6. Dumbass. And it's on hold via Libby. I'm using Libby for my audiobooks. Libby and LibriVox are good for audiobooks. You can get Libby with library card or make your own via Libby. And LibriVox is all public domain. So it's completely free to sign up and listen. You don't have to sign up and listen. Like, just download the app. You don't have to create a library card or anything. It's just free, and you can find them. There are ones that you have to pay for, but I just stick to the free ones that are in public domain. Okay, tangent aside. So I'm pending book 6. Someone has it right now. I have it on hold, and it's supposed to take 2 weeks, and I'm dying, so I'm about to listen to The Lost Apothecary instead, which is a toss-up because I kind of want to read that, but I need to not hold on to things that I want to read and just listen to them, especially if I don't own them. I don't need to go out and buy the book, which I actually bought a new book yesterday. But the Fairy, they're all Fae and then Re. So Fairy Guardian is book 1. I gave it 2 stars. I don't know if maybe I zoned out while listening to it, which is just the danger of audiobooks. So I don't know if I zoned out while listening to it and missed big pieces of things or what. It just felt rushed. So again, I don't know if that's my fault or not. I'm still rating it 2 stars because if I zoned out while I'm supposed to be listening to this, yeah, that can be my fault. But I don't think I zoned out for half a book. That gave me big twists and turns just left undone. It just, like I said, felt rushed and pushed through. So I gave it 2 stars. Not worth it in my opinion. However, everyone after that has gotten 4 stars. Just for the change in the characters and their growth and development. It gets interesting. It's a different take on fairies than what I usually see. It is actually pretty in line with the fairies in Heavenly Fire, which makes me think Mortal Instruments, the book's Heavenly Fire. I'm sorry. Which makes me think that this has been researched and the Fairy Creepy Hollow series has been researched pretty well. So I'm going to give benefit to that. So Fairy Guardian was 2, and then it's Fairy Prince, Fairy War, Fairy Secret, and Fairy Revenge. All got 4 stars. Also good. And the first 3 books focus on Violet and her relationship with a human, and then there's a twist, and her old friend who is now her enemy. It's enemies to lovers. So it was strangers fall in love, and then enemies to lovers, like, quickly, though. And then their relationship building. And so I'm literally just going synopsis through where I've read without going in depth. So then they find things from her past that are like the shockers. Again, since I'm this far into it, I don't want to ruin anything. So sorry for being vague, but it's really good. So she and her enemies to lover save his little sister who has additional abilities. And they get married. And then his sister grows up. So by book 4, his sister has grown up. And she wants to become a guardian, which is what Rin and Vi, the enemies to lovers, became guardians, graduated top of their class. It just gives you access. I'm going to say it gives you access to the cloud, like for storage of digital medium, but that's where their weapons are. So they can think about a sword and pull a sword from the thin air. So if you're a guardian or a guardian trainee, you're connected to the cloud. If you're not, you don't have access to fairy weapons. But she wants to, his sister, Clara, wants to, is it Clara? That feels wrong now because Clara's the little sister in Gilmore Girls. I'm pretty sure it's Clara. Oh well. She has a slow burn romance with a tattoo artist she meets in like the seedy part. It's called the Underground. And I am up to the point where the slow burn of 2 books has finally happened and they kissed. And then he is taken away. And she is planning how to get him back with his friends and troops that he's built. And boom, that's the book I'm waiting for. So I could go in depth if you guys want more in depth on these, but I don't want to give anything away. And it just kind of rolls and rolls. And like I said, I've just listened to them one after another. So those are all the books I did in August. We'll see how September goes, because I'm not sure I'm going to be able to do any reviews because they're all going to be part of the Dollar Tree thing. But if I do only audiobooks, that's kind of why I want to keep my audiobooks going. So if I have audiobooks, then I can just review those. And in 2 weeks, this book, number 6, will be available. And I should have it listened to in 2 days. 2 or 3 days. So, but that's all I have for right now. Taking you guys along with me for a few things. I still have the rest of the week. And then I'll probably edit. So this will probably end Wednesday-ish. We'll see. If not, if I forget to end this vlog, reading vlog, review vlog, whatever, words are so hard sometimes. So if I forget to end this, I'm going to end it now. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. What are you guys reading? Leave a comment below of a book you're currently reading, or one that you're dying to read. Any suggestions are welcome. But that's all I have for now. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye. La, la, la.